Alright, and we're back. Oh.
Alright, so they meet up here. Oh, sorry, go. So they meet up here.
この島は何も変わらないんだ。あの時のままだ。同じことだ。同じなんだよ。ずっと繰り返しだ。繰り返し。
Let's. Well, no, actually.
We've got the doll on here. Doctor's performing operation.
In fact, can you actually do that? Oh, yeah, awesome. Okay, Buddha is gonna go right here, and is gonna do
Let's see really quick. I'm going to take a look around, see if there are any dolls in here. I don't think there are. Alright. Let's investigate them. Oh wait. Oh no, that's just a little lantern. Okay.
Alright, I mean...
I love all the references. She's pretty easy. She just deals a decent amount of damage. I told the doctor I don't like it. It hurts. Tomorrow more surgery. It's making me bad, the surgery. More surgery, tomorrow more surgery. I don't like surgery. Hurts. Hurts. The surgery. It hurts me. Ow, ow, ow. Hurts. Hurts me. Die. Hurts. Die. Dying. Die. Dying. You know, guys, I don't think this doctor is very legitimate.
Oh, that's Oh my god, my stealth is way higher than I thought. No, it's
Interesting.
Okay.
Postmortem
I'm stable,
report.
but I'm at
Asaki
0
Hazuki. Time of death. 032. Female. Age 6. Circumstances of death. Condition deteriorated severely after second surgical procedure.
Yeah.
Patient was tranquilized, but suddenly became deranged during the night. Doctor provided immediate emergency treatment to no effect. Patient died soon after. Cause of death unknown. Possible death due to weakness brought on by sudden worsening of Moonlight Syndrome symptoms. I don't know if I believe the postmortem report. I don't know.
Health.
Assistant in front desk.
Yeah.
Hibara's assistant's notes. I've been observing cases of Moonlight Syndrome at Hibara Infirmary. The moment I first laid eyes on one of the patients, a ghastly thrill traveled up and down my spine. The syndrome is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and this line of work I've seen
Yeah, pretty much.
more than my
Sleep's
fair
great.
share of unusual and disturbing things. Moonlight Syndrome presents symptoms of memory fragmentation along with deterioration of sense of self, resulting in destruction of the sufferer's
It's to let you-
personality.
it's to let
In
you,
advanced
like,
stages,
go
it
for
leads to
one
total
more
amnesia and
time.
unresponsiveness, and is ultimately fatal. But apparently most patients choose to end their own lives before the symptoms can progress to those final, awful stages. Watching as these poor bastards have their memories taken away from them, as they break down and are consumed little by little. It's so horrible, one trembles at the sight. I wouldn't wish Moonlight Syndrome on my worst enemy. No one should have to feel themselves slip away into the darkness. Seeing it for myself, I have a renewed sense of urgency regarding my work here. Dr. Hibara is treating Moonlight Syndrome as a special kind of local endemic disease, but he hasn't yet been able to grasp the nature of the condition, or develop a reliable method of treatment or cure. His focus on the medication, combined with surgical procedures and folk medicine as a means to combat this condition. I'll learn more details about the different kinds of treatment tomorrow. I just hope one of them can be developed into a cure, and we can finally wake these people from their nightmare. Oh, we can open the office now. That's exciting. That's less exciting. Let's see. Here's that doll. I am shocked a ghost hand hasn't tried to get me out. The model heads are wearing some
No,
kind of
it's
apparatus,
nice.
driven full of
You've
nails.
been a jerk and have been
They must have been used during
so long.
surgical procedures. I have no idea what this was supposed to do other than reenact
Yeah.
Hellraiser. If anyone knows, I'd love to hear it. Oh,
I have
More
to use
blue.
silvery barbs. I use silvery barbs to give them they can roll more time.
small human head. Interesting.
Okay, I'm giving advantage to Benvolio again.
Here's the blue. Where's full medicine?
Sorry to say thank God it hit you, but like you
Oh.
could take through it.
What is the Rigetsu Kagura? There's a flyer. Once every 10 years in the month of September, a very important ceremony takes place on Rigetsu Isle, the main island of the Rigetsu Islands. This is the Rigetsu Kagura. The Kagura is a representation of a means of direct communication between the living and the dead. Its origins are uncertain, but the people of Rigetsu Isle have carried it down through the ages as a way to honor the deceased. A maiden called the vessel dances herself into a trance to the accompaniment of music played by 5 girls called organs. The dance continues well into the night. Not only the vessel and the organs wear masks during the Kagura, all those present as observers wear masks and hold candles while watching the ceremony. As the island's most important festival, the Kagura calls those born on Regetsu Isle home every 10 years. They are said to make the journey no matter how far away they live. Only accessible to such natives, the Kagura was open to visitors 30 years ago and is now the central tourist attraction on the island.
灰原は祭りの日にこの島に帰っていたのか。神楽はこの島の人間にとって大切なもの。そういえば今日も祭りの日か。この島から人が消えてなければ。
I wonder if then it's more of a genetic condition, or if you have to be exposed to the island first to be able to get Moonlight Syndrome. I know that you can get it in other ways that we will find out later, but just wondering how many different ways it can work. Informer's report. Something is lying where the ghost disappeared. I am associated with Haibara Infirmary, and I want to make the truth known about the recent disappearance of those girls. As I was walking in the infirmary grounds, I heard the sounds of children's voices coming from the well. At first I thought I was hearing things, but the voices became more and more distinct. They weren't just crying as normal children do when they fall or lose sight of their parents in a crowded place. It was an altogether more hollow, terrible sound. It's them. The girls have vanished. I'm sure of it. I can't keep quiet about this anymore. If you don't act now, it'll be too late. Those girls are being consumed even as I write this. I beg you, conduct a search of Haibara Infirmary as soon as possible. Yeah, so he was an accomplice. Unless he's the one who called it in. One or the other. Real quick, I'm going to put the camera lens back on. What is blue in here? What haven't I found? We're looking at the ground, we're looking at the sinks, we're looking up top. Guess it's not meant to be. Oh no, this is upsetting, actually. Let's seems like it's around here. It could be a revenant. But I don't know where a revenant would be in here. I'm not very good at finding the revenants. I'm much better at finding the dolls. Oh, there's a trash can down here. Hang on. No, that's not it. That's so weird. Okay. I give up. That weird, since she is a small victim child.
I can't get that sucks. Maybe I'll just...
Yo, I can't call it.
灰原くそ他に
I'll
道
have to
は
find another way to get down there. Alright. Oh. Got another phone call. I'm very popular today.
Would Odie be guarded?
This is the Krusty Krab. This is Patrick.
あの手紙はもう読んでいただけたでしょうか。私は聞いたのです。井戸からかすかにあの声が。あの子たちはおそらくこの病院の地下にいます。これ以上は私も。
Alright. some more healing items, and then I might call it here a little early, just because now seems like a pretty good...
I got a 1.
Here seems like a great place to stop.
So I miss.
I'm gonna go ahead and save. Thanks so much for joining us, friends. I'll be back next Saturday for some Silent Hill 2, and next Sunday for some Fatal Frame. Alright?
Absolutely.